Let's listen in to what SP Singh Baghel had to say. And joining me now, a very special panel, Dr. Rahul Chandola, founder and chairman, Institute of Heart, Lungs Diseases and Research Center. He's a cardiothoracic and heart lung transplant surgeon. Also with me, Dr. Rajiv Jayadevan, member of the Public Health Advisory Panel of Kerala. He's also a member of the state IMA. He's author and public health expert. Thanks so much, gentlemen, for joining us on this very important discussion. Dr. Chandola, let me get you in here. One point that I wanted your opinion on is that, you know, the 65 years age restriction, that this limitation has also been removed. How do you view this?
That certainly is going to improve the number of donations. Especially some organs like, the kidney and the liver, the donors can be more than 65 years of age. The liver and kidneys generally, can be utilized. But if you talk about the organs like heart and lungs, the heart, generally we prefer to use donors less than 60 years of age. And the lungs also, less than 60, 65 years. 65 is the maximum, that you can take the lungs from any donor. Beyond that, the lungs are so frail. They're very fragile organ, and generally beyond 65, they are not you cannot utilize those organs,
Yes.
So as far as heart and lungs is concerned, increasing the age limit, of donors probably is not going to help. But yes, for the kidneys and liver, it certainly is going to increase the pool of donors.
But Dr. Chandola, you are somebody who works on a daily basis with transplantations. How important is organ donation for you? How does it aid transplantation? Because the kind of things you read are fascinating, that, an organ donation can actually increase somebody's lifespan by many, many years. So talk to us about that, because that is something that will actually encourage people in moving towards organ donation.
Right. So as you can see, increasingly more number of people are living with end-stage organ diseases. Like, there are, such a high burden of patients living with end-stage heart disease.
Yes.
Or end-stage lung disease. All these patients who are transplant candidates, they run in lakhs. That's the number of organ transplants which are required. If you talk about single organs, say the lung transplant, so roughly around 1 lakh lung transplants are required in the country. That
Absolutely.
Many patients actually are living with the end-stage lung disease that require lung transplant. But how many of them are getting it? It's only 150 to 200 transplants every year are done. I'm talking about the lung transplants.
And the point you made also that, the burden of chronic diseases is so much, and in that case particularly, organ donation is something that should be normalized, should be talked about more as we go ahead. Thanks so much, gentlemen, for joining us on NDTV.